Good.
Yes.
Ready? Steady? Go.
Okay. So today I'm going to be teaching you all about drums. Now unfortunately I don't have my acoustic kit here with me because if I had an acoustic kit in an apartment I would probably be evicted from my apartment. So this electric kit is going to have to suffice. The first thing that you should know about drums are the different parts of the drum kit. For example, this drum right here is called the snare. It makes a very loud, rattling sound, and with an acoustic kit, you're usually able to tweak it to determine how long that rattling sound lasts. It can last for 2 to 3 seconds, or it can just be very like that. The snare is usually the drum that follows the beat of the song. It's usually what people bob their heads to when they're listening to music. Like, for example, like you're going to bob along to the snare drum. Every time the snare drum hits, you're like, yeah, yeah, yeah. These two drums right here, they're called the toms, and they make really loud thudding sounds, like that. And they're used a lot in what's called a roll. And a roll is when you, during a break in a song, like to accent something that you're playing, you'll roll to change up the monotony of the beat that you're listening to. Okay, so it's like something like that. This drum right here is called the floor tom, and in an acoustic kit, the floor tom is separate from these two. These two, the left and right, are usually attached to your bass drum. Floor tom is off by itself, and it's usually on 3 legs, standing on an angle for you to hit. But of course, you can customize your drum kit however you want. You can have more than just 2 toms right here. You can have another one. You can have really as many as you want. You can also put another floor tom on this side. I know some drummers like to do that. You can have, yeah, pretty much whatever you want to have on your drum kit you can have. There are no real rules. The only rule is that your snare drum, which is this one right here, as I've said, goes in between your legs. Okay, a lot of people don't actually realize that. Like when I first started playing drums, I didn't realize the snare was supposed to go right here in the center. I thought it was supposed to be more off to the side, but it's here in the center so that when your left hand comes down, it's right here, and it's not interfering with your hi-hat. So the next part of the drums are the cymbals, and this is what most people know about, most people who aren't drummers. This one right here is called the hi-hat, and it makes a sound like that. On an acoustic kit, there will be 2 cymbals, and there will be one on top and one below, and when you hit them, they rattle together and make a sound like that. But there's a floor pedal down here, this thing right here, and that locks the 2 cymbals together and prevents that sound. It makes just a small tapping noise like that. And that's used for a lot of softer music, not really the stuff that I like playing. So like that. And a lot of times drummers will use their foot to unlock the 2 cymbals and do that to break up the beat that they're playing. The next cymbal is called crash, and crash is used at the end of measures in songs, usually to once again break up the monotony. That's what a lot of the drums are. That's what they're used for, to break up the monotony of the simple beat they're playing, unless it's in metal, in which case you use pretty much every drum all the time. So something like that. Next drum is, or next cymbal, sorry, is the ride, and the ride is used to, well, it doesn't really serve any particular purpose other than to intersperse your beats with the hi-hat. So instead of doing, you'll do the same thing but on the ride cymbal, and that'll, you know, put a little bit more flavor into your song. So also, the ride cymbal actually comes in 2 parts. Instead of just having the rim on the side, an actual acoustic kit will have a bell on the inside that you hit with this part of your stick right here instead of just the whole thing. And that makes that kind of sound. This particular cymbal doesn't work very well. I think I might have hit it a bit too hard and broken it. So it doesn't do what it's supposed to, but I'll try to make it sound like that when I actually get to playing the song. Those are all the basic parts of this drum kit. Okay, below all this there is the bass drum, and the bass drum is just like the snare, what usually lets you follow the beat. Bass drum almost goes in perfect synchronization with the bass player in your band. Bass drums can have 1 or 2 pedals. Usually double bass pedals are used only in metal bands or progressive bands. You don't usually see many pop or regular rock acts using double bass, but of course I like using it. And you can go incredibly fast with a double kicker. There's a lot of different techniques. There's the one that I use is heel-toe technique, which basically means you rotate your heel and your toes so that you go toe, heel, and that makes it go twice as fast as you can normally. When I do play my song, I'm going to try to do it, but it might not work out well because you usually need to warm up before you play a song as intense as the one that I'm going to play. That's one of the big things about playing drums, is if you play songs that are really intense, you need to warm up before you actually play it. Because if you don't, then you're going to get really tense and you're not going to be able to move your arms in as loose of a fashion as you want. That is pretty much it for what the different parts of the drum set are. And now I am going to play a song for you. I'm going to attempt to play a song for you. It might not work out so well because, as I said, I haven't practiced before this. Well, I practiced, but I haven't warmed myself up. So you might want to plug your ears because it's going to be loud. Or maybe not. And that's it. You can stop recording now.